When you're in Edit Time mode, you can add, delete, stretch, or shrink time. And when this mode is active, your keys and ranges are grayed out, so you can select time by clicking and dragging across the window. The buttons to the right of the Lock Selection button on the toolbar change to match this mode. Let's talk about these buttons. So we can see that we can click and drag to select time, and our ranges and our keyframes are not selectable. So I can select a piece of time, say right here, and I can click on this first button, Delete Time, to delete that segment in time, and you can see that everything moves to the left because I've deleted that segment of time. I'm going to hit Control-Z to undo that action. I'm going to make another selection, and I'm going to, this time, use the Cut Track button. This makes a copy of the selected selection of time so that you can paste it into the same track or another track. Unlike the Cut Track button, I'm going to select another section of time, and now I'm going to use the Cut Track to cut the selected section of time, and I can paste it into another track. So I can cut, place the cursor somewhere else, or into another track, and I can paste. And I can paste either absolute or relative. I'm going to choose absolute, and it pastes it in there. The copy track, so if I select a section here, I can use the copy time to make a copy of it, move the cursor, and then paste. And it pastes that in there. When I press play, I can see the change. When we've selected a section of time and cut or copied it, we can use the paste command to paste that time wherever we choose. If I select a section of time, I can click on the Reverse Time button to reverse that time, and you can see it reverses the keyframes. Let's see what that looks like when we play it. See how it's reversing the motion for those keyframes? I'm going to select yet another section, and now I'm going to use the Scale Time to scale the time that I've selected. I click on this button, and I can drag, and it's just going to scale that selection. The next button lets me insert time. I select this, and I click and drag to insert time wherever I like. I can insert some time here, insert some time here, insert some time here. Again, I can click on the Modify Subtree button to modify the subtree keyframes. When you copy a segment of time to the clipboard, the first frame of that time selection might contain information keys or key information that you don't want copied. In this case, you would want to use this button, the Exclude Left frame or left endpoint, to exclude that key. The same goes for the Exclude Right endpoint. If you have a keyframe that's at the right of the selection that you don't want to use, click on this button and it will exclude that key. The Reduce Keys button enables you to reduce the number of keys in a segment of animation to maintain the same animation movements. So if you have an animation with hundreds of keys, you can sort of pare down that animation key-wise, keyframe-wise, by clicking on this button. So I can select a section right here, change the threshold, and click OK, and it tries to reduce the keys based on that threshold level.